Hi, I'm Brian from Atomic-Moto, and I'm here to do a long-term review on the Forma Adventure boots. Now, this model has been in our line for quite a while. In fact, I got a pair personally back in early 2010, well before they were imported in the US. And I used them a whole bunch and gave them on to a buddy of mine. He's used them a whole bunch, and they've fared really well. Since we've had them for a while, we decided that we'd give you an update, though, with some new information. Let's get started with that. Okay. First, before I get to the basics, a little information about the company themselves. Forma is not a household name in the motorcycle boot world, but they do a great job. They are based in that same northern Italy region, the Veneto region, that other famous sports shoe and motorcycle boot manufacturers are. And in fact, they are a stone's throw from Garenay, Sidi, and Alpine Stars. It's a really great region if you want to build technical footwear because there's a lot of ambient, awesome information and technology and skill. Forma was mostly a contract manufacturer for other famous brands like Fox, Thor, and BMW for a very long time, but they came out with their own brand, quite a while ago. They're not well known in the US because they haven't had an importer here, but that changed in 2012, and they've been gaining some traction in the US market. We like the brand, they're very nimble, they make very clever designs, and they have excellent quality. As far as this particular model, some of the basics. Now, it retails for $279 as of the filming of this video, and it comes in sizes 39, which is roughly a 5.5, and going all the way up to a size 49, roughly a size 14. Note that our conversion chart from EU to US is different than what Forma has on their website. That is intentional. Ours is well researched, and we feel that ours is actually more accurate. And if you want to know why, we have a video that shows you that. Let's talk about some other information about this boot. It weighs 2.6 pounds for this size 44 here, which makes it pretty light for an adventure touring boot. And I'm using our little technical device here. It's about, say, 13.5 inches in height. A little bit toward the upper end of an adventure touring boot. As far as the construction of it, the most important thing is that this boot is fully waterproof, meaning it keeps your feet dry. It uses Forma's Dry-Tex liner, which is a private label membrane from the Italian market, and it's proven to be very reliable. We have had lots of these that we have tested with lots of use, and the reliability, the waterproof reliability of this boot and this brand in general is quite good. And just to back that up, Forma has a 1-year warranty against leaks. The exterior material of the boot is an oil tan leather. It is not the same awesome oil tan leather that is used on the Garenay Balance Oiled, but it is an excellent material. It's got a nice feel to it, and it has a nice look, and actually really looks good when it's got a little time and a little wear on it. Comes in 2 colors, black and brown. Brown is by far the most popular. The boot has a decent amount of protection. First of all, it has a toe protector here, shifter protector on the left boot, also on the right boot for people that are riding very, very old European motorcycles, or God knows why. But that does help with the wear, and there are some other boots in the adventure touring category that don't have it. It's got a TPU front shin plate, hard inserts underneath the toe, hard inserts here in the heel area. And most importantly, it has 2 cup-shaped inserts underneath the leather in the outer and the inner malleolus. And what that helps to do is to stiffen up the shaft of the boot. This has a reasonable amount of support in the shaft area, just like a motorcycle boot should, so it gives you some protection, some support, some structure there. But because of the flex in the forefoot, which you see right here, it has a very natural walking motion to it, a very natural stride to it. Let's talk about that, and let's talk about the sole. Now, the sole of this boot, which is bonded on, and by the way, has proven to be also very reliable. I was initially skeptical about the sole, but it's proven to be super reliable. The sole has a nice soft rubber compound. It is fuel and oil and chemical resistant, and it's got great grip on both loose ground, on hard packed ground, and even on wet rocks. The sole has the pattern and feel very much of a hiking shoe. So when you have this boot on, it truly does feel a lot like a hiking shoe. The heel strike and the sort of stride motion are very much like that. This is one of the best characteristics about the boot. 3 buckles. Forma's very simple buckle design. You know, they're really rugged, really durable. They don't break, and if they do, or if you manage to lose one somehow, replacement parts are easily available. It's just, this buckle goes across their whole line, so there's plenty of them out there. That's really the basics of the adventure. The meat of this boot is how it works out on the bike. So let's talk about that. First of all, who is this boot for? Well, this is a great boot for adventure touring. It is also a pretty darn good boot for regular touring and for even street riding. When I said earlier that this boot is in some ways like a hiking boot, I really want you to think of that. I want to emphasize that. This is like a hiking boot for motorcycle use. The lower part of the boot has a feel of being like a hiking boot. The upper part of the boot, the shaft, has a decent amount of support and of course some impact protection. The fit of the boot is quite wide. Let me repeat that. The toe box area is wide and it is also a bit tall. And so that means that this boot is great for people that have wide feet. There is also enough height in it that it gives you the option of inserting an extra thick footbed or insole in there, which can tighten things up and give you a lot more cushioning and a lot better feel. There is a nylon insert in the heel area, in the arch area, so there's some good support for standing on the pegs, but there's a lot of give at the forefoot. And again, that is the best of both worlds. It's the best of walking and the best of what you need on a motorcycle. The ankle has a decent amount of rigidity. We really do like to emphasize the fact that you should wear as much protection, as much boot as you're willing to tolerate. And this is not the stiffest boot in the adventure touring category, but it does have a decent amount of ankle rigidity and support. The rest of the details of the boot are also excellent. It's super comfortable. It's super light. It's super easy to put on and off. The shaft of the boot is not so large that you can't get a casual pant over it, and it's very easy to get a motorcycle pant over it. Everything about this has been really, really user-friendly. The durability of the Forma Adventure has also been something that is exemplary in the adventure touring market. But despite the fact that this is it's a waterproof boot, but it's not a Gore-Tex waterproof boot, this is one of the most reliable waterproof boots out there, period, end of story. We've seen non-Gore-Tex waterproof boots from other brands be really sketchy on their waterproof integrity. These have been great. Who is this boot for? Well, it is great for guys riding V-Stroms. It's great for guys riding KLRs. It's great for guys on big BMW GSs. It's great for people that want to get off and do photography or do some hiking around, that ride to a national park and do a lot of exploring. Really, it is perfect for anybody that is splitting their use between a lot of on-bike and off-bike activity. It is extraordinarily versatile for that. What it is not awesome for is, just to make a point and to put it in context, is for people that are doing more aggressive riding. We'd like to see something that has a little bit more structure. There's another boot from the Forma line called the Terra, for example, that's got more rigidity in the midsole, so it doesn't bend here as much, and it's got a little bit stiffer shaft. But really, this is great for people that are doing a mix of on and off the bike activity. And really, again, I can't say that enough. You think of it like a hiking boot for a motorcycle. The last thing is the styling of it and the company behind it and all the little details that may be sort of vague or questions that you have unanswered. This boot has been proven to be one of the best products that we sell. We really like it. We like working with the company. Our customers love this boot. It's just worked out really, really well. And so that is the new information that we wanted to put out on this, and we hope that that's been helpful. We are Atomic-Moto, www.atomic-moto.com, home of the bombers. We hope to see you out on the bike.